Hey, all my crafty friends. Amber here, your close to my heart independent consultant. I wanted to do a quick video today to show you how to gut your paper, why you would want to gut your paper, and the benefits of it. So I have this cute page here that I have done with a photo of my husband and I, and it has this cute arrow border around the layout, and I did go ahead and I gutted that paper. So if we flip it over, you can see that the white is showing through because I have gone and I have cut a square out of my page because this blue paper, I wanted to use it on my layout right here. So that's why you would gut a paper if you are wanting to save paper and use it on the same layout, on another layout. That's a good option, is to gut your paper when you are doing a border like this, because let's face it, that wastes a lot of paper. However, you don't have to do that. You can leave it on there if you're not going to use that paper anywhere else. I have done plenty of layouts where I've also done that. And then the other thing is, if you flip over, you will see that I have some washi here. And all that is doing, it is taping the two papers together so that when I slide it down into my page protector, it will go in nicely and not get caught up on that edge there. So just take your cheap washi tape. Washi tape comes in large rolls. We all probably have a roll or two that are not our favorite. Use that. I'm not saying this isn't my favorite. I love orange and I love this washi tape, but it's what I had handy, and so that's what I used to tape it down. So let's get into how you would gut your paper. Stay tuned. Let's talk about your trimmer. Now you are going to want a 12-inch trimmer to do this. My arm comes out here, and so I can measure out to 12 inches. But you are also going to want a trimmer. If you guys can see on the flap that goes up and down, I have another ruler right here. And this is what I'm going to use mostly to measure out my gutting. And so when you do this, you want to make sure that your trimmer has some kind of ruler or lines that we can follow. So I am going to show you. These are the three papers that I want to stack on top of each other. So I'm actually going to have a double mat. And the reason I did that is because I really want to use this piece of paper, but it's already cut down. So if I measure it, it is already at 10 inches. So I'm just going to go ahead and make that square at 10 inches. So that is my top layer. Then you're going to go to your next layer. It can be as big or as little of a gap as we want. If I wasn't going to use this paper, the middle one, you can see that my gap around this border is a lot bigger than that first page I showed you, which means that your gut is going to be a little bit smaller. But because I don't want my gut to be so small, and I feel like this paper kind of gets lost with the floral in the background, I'm going to break it up using this black. And so I think I want about 1/4 of an inch on each side, which means that I need to go a full 1/2 an inch bigger than my 10 by 10 square. So we're going to cut this down to a 10.5 by 10.5 square. And then voila, that mats that page. Now you can go ahead and gut this one as well, but I'm going to show you guys on this floral piece my gut. So let's again lay down so you can see. If this is 10.5 and 10.5, that means that I have 1.5 inches left over if I was to line it up on the side. So I want to make sure, because now I have that 3/4 of an inch, that my gut is in enough where it won't show and that I have enough room to glue my paper. So I'm going to go ahead and take this paper. We're not trimming this down. This is our paper we're going to gut. So I am going to use the measurements here on the side, and every time I flip my page, I want to make sure it is at 1 1/4. So if we look here, I have a 1 inch, and then one more line is a 1/4. So I'm always going to make sure every time I rotate my paper that I'm going to do that. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go look on this side ruler and look for 1 1/4 on this side. And then down here, I'm going to look for 10 3/4. So I'm going to start at 1 1/4, push my blade down, and stop right here on 10 3/4. That is going to leave 1 1/4 inches all the way around. So again, if I leave my blade there, I know it's right where I stopped. And then I'll line my paper up at that 1 1/4 inches, push my blade down, go back to 1 1/4 inches. Now, when you get to the cut line, you kind of feel it give a little, so you know you're there. And again, I'm not moving my blade, measuring my paper at 1 1/4 inches, pressing the blade down, and coming back down to 10 3/4 inches. And again, we'll flip, measure at 1 1/4 inches, push my blade down, and chop up to 1 1/4 inches. Now, your paper should come out. However, if you can see, I didn't get exactly to the edge, which is fine. We're just going to take some scissors. Let me grab my scissors here. I'm just going to take some scissors, and we're going to hand snip just ever so slightly so that it comes out. So the reason I like to use my trimmer and not just use an X-Acto knife and a self-healing mat is because I want this to be square, so that if I decide I want to use this side or this side on my layout, it's square for when I go to measure my paper, it's going to line up nicely. So now we're just going to use these papers and lay them over one another, and voila, the page will fit. How awesome is that? Now I can go and I can create a cute page and use that floral paper to enhance my page, or use it on another paper, because you guys, this floral from Blue Skies, my absolute favorite pattern of all from that paper pack, which is still available, and you can get it on my website at scrapwithamber.closetomyheart.com. Now, we can take this one step further, and you could get this paper as well. However, I'm not going to do that because black is a color I buy in bulk, and I have tons of it, and it's just going to help give a little bit more strength to my page when I create it. So that is how you gut a paper and why you'd want to gut a paper. Thank you for watching my quick little video. I hope you guys have a great day. Make sure to check all the links down below to get these products in your hands so you can play with them. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow me here on YouTube. Thanks for watching, guys.